Hello guys, welcome to PeopleSoft channel. You are listening to Siva Koya. A few years back, I showed you how to install PeopleSoft on Oracle Cloud. After that video, a lot of things changed. As you know, the only constant is change. Few of you reached out to me and requested updated installation process. This is for you guys. Thank you guys for suggesting this topic. It was a good learning experience for me. As of today, Oracle automated PeopleSoft installation on cloud using Cloud Manager. Hence, first we need to install Cloud Manager. Once Cloud Manager is up and running, then we can provision a PeopleSoft environment on Oracle Cloud. These are some of the important things Cloud Manager can do for us. It can lift and shift our on-premise PeopleSoft environment to Oracle Cloud infrastructure. Using Cloud Manager, now we can clone a PeopleSoft environment by just selecting an option from the drop-down. It can also automate maintenance tasks for us and is capable of several other things. In this episode, I will show you how to install Cloud Manager. In my upcoming video, I will show you how to provision a PeopleSoft environment once Cloud Manager is up and running. Alright, without any delay, let's get started. Here are the 4 steps I'm going to follow to install PeopleSoft Cloud Manager. Pretty straightforward process. Most of the things are automated by Oracle. We are going to do it one by one. I will also explain the reason behind each and every step. The very first step is to sign up for Oracle Cloud Services. It comes with 30-day free trial period. Make sure you have your email address, physical address, mobile number and credit card handy when you sign up for Oracle Cloud trial period. Follow the link and complete the registration process. Then you can start playing with Oracle Cloud. Once you complete the registration process, you will receive email confirmation from Oracle. Then we are ready to rock and roll. Before we can go ahead and install Cloud Manager, in order to interact with Oracle Cloud, we must generate 2 types of keys, SSH keys and API keys. These are mainly used for authentication purposes. First, let's understand why SSH keys are required. When we install Cloud Manager, it actually gets installed on a virtual computer instance on Oracle Cloud infrastructure. Can anybody access that virtual instance? Of course, no, right? In order to securely access that virtual instance from your local computer through SSH, we need to generate and use SSH keys. Now, I'll show you how to generate SSH key pair using Windows software PuTTY Key Generator. I have opened the software. All I need to do is click on generate and move around the mouse so that it generates the encrypted key pair for us. We can also add an additional layer of security by providing a secret code here at key passphrase. In our demonstration, I will keep it simple and will not provide any secret code. Now I will go ahead and save our public key as well as private key. Our SSH key pair is ready now. Now let's talk about API signing keys. Usually, if you want to spin an instance in Oracle Cloud, first we need to log in using our user ID and password. That's the way we are authenticated. Do you know there are other ways to manage Oracle Cloud resources? For example, spinning an instance or managing user security through command line interface. This is when API keys come into picture to authenticate you against Oracle Cloud. Well, you might say you do not plan to use command line interface, but still we need to generate API keys to do some background processing on Oracle Cloud. Let me give you an example. When we install PeopleSoft Cloud Manager on Oracle Cloud, there are several parts involved. I mean, the process should install web server, app server, database, etc. Installing and integrating all these parts is automated using a third-party software called Terraform. When Terraform installs all these resources on Oracle Cloud, there should be some sort of authentication between Terraform and Oracle Cloud, and that authentication is done through API keys. Terraform, before performing installation, it will send a request to Oracle Cloud. Along with that request, it will also send the API key. That API key will be validated by Oracle Cloud because we will be updating one of the API key pair on the Oracle Cloud side. That's how communication happens between Terraform and Oracle Cloud. Now I will go ahead and create the API keys we just discussed. In order to do that, you need to install Git Bash for Windows. The instructions are clearly outlined in Oracle Cloud documentation. I will also drop this link in the description below. After installing Git Bash for Windows, which I already did, the very first step is we need to create a directory to host the API keys. Let's name the directory as OCI. The command we just executed created a directory under C users and then the user account you logged in. As you can see here, our OCI folder. The next step in the process is to create the private key. We can copy the command from our documentation and let's paste it in our command prompt. We have a nice little copy button here. Click on it, right click, paste. We need to fix the path here. I'll go ahead and make those adjustments. That's it. I'll go ahead and execute the command by clicking enter button. And that command generated our private key. Let's go ahead and generate our public key. Again, we can grab the command from the documentation. All I need to do is click copy. I have pasted the command from documentation. Just like we modified the path for our private key, let's do the same for our public key. Let's go ahead and execute the command. Now you should see public key in our file location. As you can see here, our public key was generated. This completes our API key generation step. Now let's associate our API key we just generated to our user account. In order to do that, first we need to log into Oracle Cloud. After logging into Oracle Cloud, let's navigate to Identity, Users and click on your user account. Now select the option API Keys. Click on Add API Key. Select the option Choose Public Key File. I will click on Select One and navigate to our API public key file, then select it. I will open the file and then add it. That's it. Now we have associated an API key to our user account. The next step in the process is to download the Oracle Stack for our PeopleSoft Cloud Manager. Let's understand Oracle Stack. Oracle Stack is a collection of cloud resources. Think of it as a readily available template to create a PeopleSoft instance, which means in our specific case, this stack contains a web server, app server, database server, and so on. To download PeopleSoft Cloud Manager Stack, navigate to Marketplace, then select Applications. Let's add some filters here. Let's change the type to Stack and make the publisher as Oracle. After adding these filters, you can see PeopleSoft Cloud Manager for OCI, second row, right hand side. Click on it and then select the option Launch Stack. What you see here is an environment configuration page. We need to provide all the details that Terraform need to install PeopleSoft Cloud Manager for us. And yes, that includes security information like API key information, SSH, login credentials, etc. so that Terraform can communicate with Oracle Cloud and provision the environment for us. Let's give some description. By default, our PeopleSoft Cloud Manager will be installed in the root compartment. In Oracle Cloud, we use compartments to logically group resources and thereby control the access. I mean, we can install all PeopleSoft resources in one compartment, Java resources in another compartment, etc. Or it can also be all PeopleSoft test environments in one compartment, production environment in another compartment. Just like how we have railway compartments to differentiate different classes like AC, sleeper, etc. By default, Oracle creates one large compartment that's called root compartment. That's where we are going to install our cloud manager. Just in case you're wondering how to create more compartments, navigate to Identity Compartments. As you can see here, there is one root compartment. If you want to create more compartment, click on Create Compartment, and when you install Cloud Manager, you can select your new compartment. In my case, I will keep it simple and use the root compartment. Now I will navigate to the next page by clicking on the next button. I will select the availability domain closest to my location. Next, we need to select the shape. Shape is nothing but physical configuration of the compute instance on which you are going to install PeopleSoft Cloud Manager. I will go with the basic one with one CPU core. Next, I'm going to update the SSH public key that we generated earlier. After pasting my public key, it looks like system did not like the format of the public key. Let me fix that. I opened our Partigen app. Then I will load our private key which we generated, and here I will copy our public key. I'll copy. Let me paste it here. Hopefully that error will go away. Now we don't see that error anymore. Next, we need to update user Oracle Cloud ID. To get that, navigate to Oracle Cloud, Identity, Users, select your account, and here we can copy OCID. I clicked on a button, copy button. Let me paste it here. Next, we need to paste our API private key. This is our API private key. And we did not provide any passphrase. Next, I will update my Tennessee home region. If you don't know yours, navigate to Administration, Region Management. You can find yours. This is the default database name for our PeopleSoft Cloud Manager. Just tag along and provide all the passwords just like any other PeopleSoft environment. Now it's time to configure networking. Networking defines the rules on how to assign IP addresses to our compute resources as well as how to secure our compute resources. Right out of the bat, we have some default configuration. We can change them as per our need. Pardon me, for this demonstration, I'm going to configure our Cloud Manager in the most unsecured way just to make it easy for us. I do not want any jump host. I have deselected that option. I do not want any private subnet since I want to access our Cloud Manager directly through internet. That's all we need to do to quickly access Cloud Manager. If you are interested to see the advanced networking setup, select the option Show Advanced Networking Details. Click Next. Here you can quickly review the summary of our configuration. Once you are happy with the setup, click on the Create button. That kicks off Terraform, which creates Cloud Manager instance for us. Now I will click on Create button. As you can see here, Terraform initiated the job to create our Cloud Manager instance for us. It just took a couple of minutes to provision the environment. Right now it is in progress state. I will be right back and show you the updated status. The status is updated to succeeded, which is good. Now, in order to log in into Cloud Manager, we need to get the URL. You can find the URL, scroll all the way to the bottom of the logs. Here we can find the IP address of our Cloud Manager instance as well as our PIA URL. Before you can access this URL, we need to map this public IP address to this specific host name in our Windows host file. In order to do that, open Notepad in administrator mode and navigate to this location. Select all files and we are opening the host file. And here we need to provide the public IP address. And the host name should be this. That's it. I'll click save button. Don't try the URL yet. Give it a couple of hours. Then you can try the URL. Now you can see the login screen of our Cloud Manager instance. CLADM is the default user ID. Password, whatever the password you gave during the setup. I'll click sign in. That's it guys. Now you can see our Cloud Manager is up and running. In the next episode, I will show you how to provision a PeopleSoft environment using PeopleSoft Cloud Manager. Pretty soon, I'm going to drop a link below in the description to show you the detailed steps of the installation process. That's pretty much about it for today, guys. For more interesting content, don't forget to visit my channel. I look forward for your feedback. Based on it, I refine myself and try to come up with the content that adds value to your skill set. Through this video, if you learn at least 1 or 2 new points, I feel all my effort is well worth it. Hit that subscribe button if you want to follow my videos. Let's stay in touch. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, signing off, Siva Koya, your PeopleSoft partner.